I've run into my first problem. I can't get the oil stick out, and we've gone to get a wrench to see if we can get that out, because we have to check the oil before we start.
Basically we're using the attitude and movements we were doing from the last flight to either maintain a certain level of flight or do some turns to get a selected heading, desired heading.
So with the wind, it's going to be more interesting?
It's going to be, if anything, is bumpy. Right now we're just going to try to get a heading and just practice. So you know what, I'm thinking we can just go do our walk around and get out of here.
Super hot. All right, so you're gonna be seeing a lot of this gentleman to my left, and he's my flight instructor. Did you make somebody mad? Like, how did you get assigned to me?
I was actually on Ashley's good side, that's why she...
So Ashley is the coordinator, and she hooked us up. You know, I told her that we're trying to do this so that we can understand how somebody who's never been in a plane before can get in a plane, take the training. I did notice on the flight there's no peanuts, there's no beverage cart, no blankets. Is that gonna happen at all? No. I've been really misinformed about this flight school.
We'll blame it on COVID.
We'll blame it on COVID because yes. So you'll see that in some of the videos, you know, just for communication purposes, obviously you can't. It's hard to have a mask on and still communicate over the radios. But I have my shot already, so hopefully hopefully we don't reinfect one another. But I wanted to ask you, how long have you been flying?
I've started flying in August of 2013. Right
August 2013, here.
Exactly.
And you learned at the Ottawa Flying Club.
Exactly.
Were you a better student than me?
We're very similar. Like
really?
Like for example, for today's flight, which was in very bad weather, you weren't getting surprised by the turbulence. You just went with it.
Today, I think what made all the difference was the hug that I gave the airplane at the beginning. I was looking at the phone, and where do those go?
Anywhere.
This plane is Romeo Foxtrot, Quebec. My first lesson. It actually felt like an awkward first date.
That's what it usually is.
Yeah, this time I thought for the second date, I'm gonna get to know the aircraft a little bit better. It was like, I wanted to give it a hug, but it was like, which way? But we really need to get to know the aircraft a little bit better to be friends.
The nicer you are with it, the nicer it's gonna be with you.
Exactly. Now, me and the aircraft are friends. I don't even think I remember the name of the last one. So, Romeo Foxtrot, Quebec. Here we go. Now we're friends.
Don't speak too loud about it. It's right there. It's gonna hear you.
Oh, oh, it's coming in.
I can't believe he had the nerve.
We got off on the better foot today with this, with the airplane, and I think that made all the difference. The other thing, and if you watch my skydiving videos, is I switched back to Superman underwear.
Oh,
that's for skydiving. It's absolutely important. Gives you a little bit more confidence. Has nothing to do with being able to fly the plane. But when you're here and you're trying to learn, and you've got so much information coming at you at one time, right? For me, it helps to have the right underwear. This was the second date. So we went on the first date, not with, he was the chaperone, Nadine was the chaperone. I'm talking about me dating the plane. And we went on the first date. She wanted to put her nose down, and that's a good question. Is a plane masculine or feminine? Is it like...
I like thinking of them as feminine.
It's feminine. So it's like a ship. I'm going to take a survey on Instagram, actually, and see what people think, whether I should be calling the plane a she or a he. The second date went better because we got a little more familiar. Looking forward to number 3, which is actually coming up in only 2 days. We have an exam coming up, the P-Star. What does P-Star stand for? I have no idea, but Thiago, the director, will probably put it up here, or maybe down here, or maybe over here, or maybe he'll do it right across my face, what P-Star stands for. I know it's a big acronym now.
I even forgot myself.
So it's not on the test, so I'm not going to study that. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret with regards to the P-Star test. I have all of the questions and all of the answers already beforehand. Quiet. Let's be honest. You can actually download the questions and answers from Transport Canada, who are the people who authorize the test.
The reason it's really there is to make sure that people that take it understand the basic safety concepts of aviation. It's not really something they want to trick you. We want to make sure that you know what you're doing, that you know what's safe to do, what's not safe to do, and that you
right. And it makes sense because you do the same thing with the car. You go write your test before you get in the car so that you understand at least the basics of it. So that's the test I'm going to write on Friday. There's no other way to do it other than to memorize it or write it on my palm. Apparently not. You're not allowed to do that. So I'm going to study the rest of the day today. The one thing I learned in university, C's and D's get degrees. You don't need A's and B's when you're learning this stuff. A's and B's, much better. That's what you should be striving for. Me, I'm just trying to get past the test so that we can move on to the next thing. So looking forward to it.
Let's do this.